oh, fuck this battle. Now, I know it sounds like this is actually one of the hard battles in the game, but it's also one of my favorite battles because this is Zweis Monde, which I guess loosely translates to 2 worlds, which pretty much tells you the kind of strategy you have to do. Now, depending on which Mana is on top, it depends on what it's weak to. Currently, she is weak to, well, not weak to Mana attacks, but she's highly resistant, resistant to physical attacks. And the other one's on top, she's resistant to Mana attacks. She has 22,870 hit points, Spirit type, nullifies poison, sleep, curse, seal, and slow. And there's a poison attack she has, and of course a multi-hitting physical attack, and Heaven's Gate. And she also has the attack you really are going to dread, the SP damage attack. Now she doesn't get to do it this time, but there's a reason why she doesn't really do it is because another restriction in this battle, well, I wouldn't say restriction so much as a penalization, is that if you use any abilities that have time cards that set up, she will then do an ability, which is her SP damage ability, which turns all time cards into a highly damaging attack. As in, she'll take each time card and replace it with her highly damaging attack. That includes her own. So she'll generally drop a whole bunch of her own. You do your time attack, she drops it, it hurts like hell, and it eats your SP. I'm talking about roughly 50 points of SP damage. And as you can see, no one's even breaking 200. So you can see that hitting you 3 or 4 times rips through your SP. So that's why we have, of course, items and spells such as Mega Heal and Heal. We won't really need them that much, but so that means pretty much we're restricted a bit. That means we can't do Healing Echoes. That means Play gets a little reduction to approach, but that just means he's gonna ride in charge. That way he can always hit her, and we're going to not use Buster Star. That's about it. Nothing too much to worry about there. Of course, we also can't use one of Vayne's attacks, his Jade Ship, because it releases multiple shadows. But don't worry, we have good stuff like Tempest. The thing is I like this battle because it keeps you on your toes, because you still have to keep up with, she occasionally does switch sides, and you don't know exactly when she'll switch sides, because she can do it like once. She can just, every time a turn comes up, she can keep on switching. But she'll generally try to lay out some attack that she's going to start doing that. So you're pretty much generally guaranteed at least one round of her being on one side or the other. So that's why I suggest using Play, because it's only from Mana attacks and not elemental. She has no resistances to elemental attacks. And right here is where, see, she spins, and so now she's resistant to physical attacks, so that will do a lot less damage than I would have liked. But now we're just gonna drop that defense down. If we want to do that. There you are. Please. Her defense is already broken, I forgot. I'm gonna switch.
I'm ready.
Fair amount of damage, but of course it was there. She's the other way around. As I said, she's immune to seal, so Rock's attack one won't help, but Purifying will always be useful. And since we're going to be having a lot of blank squares, I should hopefully be able to pull off, see if you can use Trick Edge if you get actually a chance to drop it on her.
Here I go!
Heaven's Gate. Heaven's Gate is pretty much the demi of this game. It cuts your HP in half, and some enemies are flat out immune to it. I'm sorry, there's a quarter of your HP. Let's see. Let's set everybody up. And I still have the actual one that actually reduces your SP usage by Well, I'll switch back to one that uses your SP usage by 10%. Let's see. No, there's... Yeah, I definitely use this. Increase my...
Hey, let's do this.
Use our defense because of these.
I'm able to switch.
And let's get rid of that Heaven's Gate.
Useless.
As I say, this is generally the one that most people, if they're not having problems with the Grand Wing, this is the one that usually ends up beating them up because
Hey, let's
the
do
first thing they're
this.
gonna do is start dropping a whole bunch of time cards, and then it bites them in the ass. Believe me, it happened to me. I didn't lose, I just kind of got my ass beaten really, really thoroughly. And I came back. But, as I said, we're gonna
Evil will be
put
blown
some more damage
away.
on. Another person I would suggest instead of bringing Emma is probably Muppy due to his defense support, which is, as I said, he can take in the entire party, well, the entire attacking party, and he's the only one who takes damage,
It's
so
useless.
it's very useful. But for my particular Muppy, that would be the only use he has. And you definitely want to keep your boosts on, you definitely want to keep that going. And I think I'll get rid of that Heaven's Gate. I want to get rid of both
I
of them,
got
but
you. It's useless.
and of course, out of all the times that quick triggers, it triggers when something. It triggers after the thing I'll get rid of instead of before. So we're going to use never big impact. Well, hold on, let me check. Up.
No
She
one
lost
can
her
stop
defense.
this
She lost her defense
dream.
debuff. Let's get that back on there.
Fall down already.
And
I will
not
support
back.
you.
And
Here I go.
good enough. Even with it, as you see, even with the physical reduction, it still can take its toll. That's okay. Now let's have to heal, because I want Jess to do something else this round. And I don't have enough for Trick Edge. But I'll use this to get the first.
What's wrong?
Oh, how ironic!
I can
The
slip
very
fast.
thing, the very thing to get me boost, I can't use because it'll end up penalizing. Luckily, I already have a full gauge. It's always fun to start off these things with full gauges.
Let's see what you've got.
All right, weak to physical. Oh well, I keep on saying weak to physical. I mean, the resistance it's not weak to anything, but now we can actually do some good physical hits.
Anti-spin.
And he's
I'm
just,
ready
our
anytime
chance.
now.
Electric
let's
lightning.
get that. Yeah,
Come
let's get it
down
back on
from
there.
me.
He ran out of his lightning ability, and that's what I'm really going for. Of course, the attack boost is always great as well.
I'll just
Alright.
do as always.
Yeah, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of those.
I got you. It's useless.
I mean, getting hit with one of them is not that bad. It's just getting hit with all of them is when the problems start.
Here's our chance.
Yeah, we're gonna have to switch out. But since, yeah, we're gonna have to use this one because
All powers in one. Now fall.
his actual still final burst is still considered physical. It's not actually adjusted to lightning.
Spin.
All right, I will take that.
Please strike through.
I will support you.
Let's see if we can. And let's get
You
this going.
will not be able to see my moves. Fall down already.
All right, I can go out.
Let's see
Here
if we
you
can
go.
be resistant, but I can still knock her back. Or flat out defeat her, I'll take that. And that one was relatively painless. And now we've got a new recipe. So ends this chapter.
It's disappearing.
At least there wasn't an explosion.
That was scary. It feels like I lost 10 years off my afterlife.
That mana was abused by alchemists. And then we...
I think it's best not to think about it too much.
Okay.
But why was it able to come out of the crystal?
Maybe there was a crack or something.
It can't be that simple.
Either way, we should get out of here and let the teachers figure it out.
You're right. Wait, where the hell did Miss Isolde go?
The voice I heard... Was it that mana's? I'm sorry.
It seems I was right. Theophritus, you...
We weren't able to find Miss Isolde. When we got back and told the principal, he was really surprised. Amana had never escaped before. He said he would investigate immediately. That voice I heard, if it really was the Mana's. And why did Miss Isolde call us out there to begin with?